I'm loving this anime more and more by the episode, getting to see the progression, getting to see the character development with Achan, getting to see how hard he trains, and getting to see how these matches are displayed. The anime of Baby Steps keeps getting better and better with each passing week, and I love it. I love it for that. And I love the pacing in this series, especially with how it takes a slow pace, but at the same time, it just builds these characters. I mean, it really builds up all these characters, and that's what I love about Baby Steps. With this episode, we get character development with our two combatants in this episode. We get to see Miyagawa and Achan actually have some form of backstory development, and at the same time, we get to see how hard they tried to get to this point right now. Miyagawa, as we can see from a little bit of flashbacks we've seen from these past two episodes, he has trained hard, he had a tough childhood, and at the same time, he was born into a family that was all into tennis. And so he sucked at tennis, and the only way he could be good was using ground strokes, and that's what he excelled at. Anything else, he's not that good at. And then, if we have Achan's side where he's developing to where he's having to figure out a winning shot, because he realizes his weakness now is a winning shot. He is good at all the different forms of tennis and strokes and stuff, but he doesn't have anything that will necessarily say he can win the game with. So that's the main difference between Achan and someone like Takuma, because they have a winning shot and he doesn't. So when Achan finally figures out what he will excel at more than other things, I'm going to be downright scared. So Miyagawa this episode, he was just downright toying with Achan the entire time, learning the different strokes he can use against him, and at the same time, which ones were effective, which ones weren't. And he was messing around until the second to last game, and so Achan realized this and went onto the offensive and started doing stuff he normally wouldn't do. And so right here just shows you this match is so different from the other matches these two characters have done in their entire life. Because you have Miyagawa that's pretty much using different tactics he never does, like he's doing air strokes. And you know, as we have already been, told in this episode and the last episode, is that he sucks at air strokes. And then we know how Achan is. He really doesn't have good, volley. He's not good at starting offensive with volley. And so, with this, it shows two characters breaking out of their normal means and their boundaries to be able to beat each other. And that's what this episode shows, and I love that for that. Because Baby Steps, it's so realistic. I say it a lot, but this series is so freaking realistic with how they display the characters and the actions they take to win. So looking forward to see how this match ends. I mean, right at this moment, I really don't know who's going to win. I mean, it seems like it would be Achan that would win since he's worked so hard. He is the main character, and he should win. But at the same time, I'm falling on the side of Miyagawa saying, mate, should he lose? I mean, seriously, he's a seeded player, and would he be cheated if he was to lose at this point right now against Achan? I mean, you gotta think about this right now. But from what we can see, most likely Achan is going to win this battle. But do I necessarily say that Miyagawa should be kicked out of the series and probably never given any honor again? No. I feel like to make Miyagawa as a good character later on, if he does get defeated here, that probably the writer, whoever wrote the series, hopefully they give him a talent to where he gets good at air strokes. For instance, he'll start practicing like Achan did, and he'll try to do air strokes where he can get better at it. And so hopefully one day that happens if he does get defeated in the next episode. But either way, whatever happens, I love this series. I really do. And if Achan was to lose next week, I guess at the same time that would be a good thing because it would show more development with his character. And at the same time, we see how much he cares about tennis in this episode. We see that he cries on his notebook when he realizes he couldn't beat the third match when he was fighting a seeded player. And I'm like, oh my god, so really, he's really into this. He realizes that when he looks at his schedule, he cannot pack in any more training exercises to get better, and so he realizes he's at his limit. So right there, it's upsetting and sad, but it just shows you how much effort Achan is really putting into learning tennis. So everybody, tell me your thoughts on this episode of Baby Steps. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? What's your favorite moments about it? Everybody, I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.